Hello everyone, I am Elena Queirolo and I will be your instructor for the course of differential equations. This is a brief video to give an overview about how the semester is going to look like. So, the main element of this course is that this is an asynchronous course. So we will not have the standard front lectures. Instead, we will have videos that are going to be posted on the Canvas page. Each week, you should be expecting some 4 to 6 videos. I will try to keep them relatively short, so roughly 10 minutes each video for an hour of total viewing time. Each video is associated to a short quiz for you to check that you got the main elements in the video. Another thing in which you should be participating during the week is the discussion page of that specific week. Notice that your participation grade depends on your presence in the discussion page. Half of it on the discussion page, half of it on your grades for the general small quizzes. Each week you expect this first week, you'll be expected to hand in something. Either a lab, that is something that you worked on your own, roughly taking a couple of weeks, or a timed assignment, that is timed, it's on Canvas, it should take less than an hour and it's focused on the last couple of weeks, or a midterm. A midterm is a bit bigger than a timed assignment. It takes somewhat more than an hour and covers all the material from the previous midterm to that point. Each time that there will be a timed assignment or a midterm, I'll make explicit which elements they will be covering. On top of the graded elements, so the quiz, the discussion page, and the hand-ins, you are expected to do some work on your own that is not graded. This is reading the material covered during the week. I'll point out which sections of the book we will be covering, and doing at least some of the exercises for that week. These two elements are not graded, you don't have anything to hand in for that, but they are fundamental for you to learn the best through this course. So don't underestimate how important they are on how well you work with the topics. One important thing to talk about when an asynchronous course is taking place is when and where to ask questions. So if you have questions on the material, the first thing you should do is write them on the discussion page. The discussion page is used for you to ask questions and answer the questions of other fellow students. If no one is able to answer your question, either me or the TA are gonna come in and answer them. So all the questions in the discussion page will be answered at some point, not necessarily immediately. Remember, it's asynchronous. If you have a question on the material that is unfit for the discussion page, for example, is something from your work on the lab assignments, then you should contact the TA. If you have a question on the structure of the course, that could be either when is something expected to be handed in, how to do something specific, the discussion page is definitely the place you should be posting about it. If you have a personal problem or a personal question, such as some difficulties in following the asynchronous course or meeting the deadlines, or some other reasons for which your engagement in the course is not optimal, then you should contact me directly. For every one of these type of questions, it's important to ask them as soon as possible. So don't let problem fester longer than strictly necessary. Reach out. It's really important for asynchronous courses to reach out as soon as possible. We don't have a face-to-face meeting, so remember to ask the questions that you have. From next week, we'll have office hours. So that is also a place in which you can ask questions, but it only happens a couple of hours a week, so it's not really the main element that you have. It's more about discussing the material with someone. I hope you're really going to be enjoying this course. I'm looking forward to it. Have a great semester.